host, I'm Athina, and I'm grateful that you're here with me today. Today we are going to get self-care messages or messages to soothe you when you need it. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you found this video, there's messages for you. In this reading, I'm going to use oracle cards only. As you can see, we have 3 oracle cards right in front of us. I have 2 oracle cards at the side for more information. Those 3 oracle cards that are here will be used in every reading. So in reading in pile 1, I'm going to start with this oracle card, then I will get messages from this oracle card, from this oracle card, and then from the 2 that you are not able to see right now. And this is going to happen for all the other piles as well. So how can you choose your group or groups? You can choose it based on the dice that is in front of you, on the number 1, 2, or 3. Maybe you feel drawn to through the oracle deck that is in front of you. Maybe you already knew which group or groups to take because of the thumbnail. You can even go to the timestamps and see if there is a lucky number of yours there, or a number that you are seeing often to choose your group or groups. Choose your group or groups based on which you are most drawn towards, on your intuition. I will be letting you have 1 minute of meditation with some music so that you can really calm yourself down and get into the intuition side of you to be able to choose your group or groups. After the meditation, there will be as well a clairaudient selection where I will be playing a tune on my guitar. Maybe one of the notes resonates with you. There are a lot of ways for you to choose a group or group, or a group or the groups. So let's get started with getting to know the piles better. I will not be showing a card because I will be using them in every reading, so it will be difficult to search for the card that I have shown you. So I'm just going to leave it like this. So pile number 1, you've got the Rose Oracle. And your stone, if you like to choose a crystal, is this honey calcite. Pile 2, you've got the Work Your Light Oracle. And your crystal is this labradorite. Pile 3, you've got the Romance Angel Oracle. And your crystal is the malachite. So take your time to choose your group or groups. I will now let you have 1 minute to meditate upon, and I will be seeing you at your groups. Bye! number 1, you chose the Rose Oracle and this honey calcite, or the tune that you heard, or the timestamp, and this is going to be your reading about something concerning your self-care, some soothing messages from when things are hard and you need a little pick-me-up, something soothing. That's the intention of today's video. That's why I'm also talking a little bit quieter. I hope you can still hear me. So let's see. Please Spirit guides, what self-care messages do you have for pile number 1? Or what soothing messages do you have for pile number 1? Please Spirit guides, what self-care messages do you have for pile number 1? What soothing messages do you have for pile number 1? What self-care messages do you have for pile number 1? What soothing messages do you have for pile number 1? Anything that can help pile number 1 with their self-care, or any soothing messages for pile number 1. Anything that can make pile number 1 feel better. Please Spirit guides. Any self-care messages for pile number 1? Any soothing messages for pile number 1? I think that's it. We have the Temple of the Rose, Ancient Power, Expression, Activation, Scarlet Codes, and at the back of the deck we have the Breathing Rose, Heart Healing, Emotions, Connection, Time, Eases. I'm going to read those 2 cards from the guidebook, just because I don't know the meanings of those 2 cards. And also sometimes reading has a bit of a soothing effect on someone. So, Temple of the Rose. For millennia, feminine power, expression and wisdom have been suppressed. As a result, the feminine has been silenced, dismissed, and disrespected. We've become disconnected from the earth, the mother, and have stopped revering our elders. But times are finally changing, and we are part of this change. Every time we honor our body, express our wisdom, share our voice, and connect with our sensuality, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we call back our power, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we come together in circle, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Every time we honor our cyclic nature and the cycles of nature, we heal the sacred thread of the feminine. Regardless of which gender you identify with, if any, this is a card of calling back your power. It's a card of expressing your truth, no matter what it is. It is a card of sharing your soul's voice and singing the song that you came here to sing. This card of activation, it's a call to action, and it's a remembrance you're the child of the ancient goddess, spirit, universe, whatever you believe in. As you express yourself, you express for all who could not. As you reclaim your power, you do so for all those who cannot. Each shackle you break through, you free those who are yet to come. Share your voice, sing your song, dance your dance, reclaim your power. This is what you came here for. Then something you can meditate upon or make a journal entry. How are you being called to call back your power, express your truth, or honor the cyclic nature within? Then the Breathing Rose. The Breathing Rose. Often healing is a slow, steady process. It's complex, not linear. It takes a long as long as it takes, and most of the time that's much longer than we'd wish. But like all things in nature, there is a mysterious intelligence to it. And if we trust it and let the vibrant petals fall to earth, cut back what's no longer, and protect the new shoots of buds from being pried up open, we may find ourselves in a second bloom, and fruit will follow. You can't manufacture that. We must trust the great mystery in the process. The bud somehow manages to burst through the constraints by opening to life. All of nature has this intelligence within it. The challenge when we are going through a time of healing, which is another word for growth, transformation, change, is not to close ourselves off from the world when we most want to separate and shut down, to somehow find the courage to open through the agony, the difficulty, and the hurt. And when we feel safe enough to let life soften us, not harden us, to deepen and cradle us. This is a card of deep heart healing. It will often come to us as a symbol of emotional healing that's in the process of happening. The mending's underway. Treat yourself and your healing with compassion, understanding, and gentleness. This is a card of deep encouragement that you're doing it. Time will ease everything soon. Maybe something that you can sorry, I felt like something is stroking the left side of my head. I don't know if it's my spirit guide trying to get my attention, or if it's something that can help soothe you and give yourself compassion. Sometimes I do have to say, sometimes I stroke my head to soothe myself down, because I like when someone strokes my head. So if you want to self-soothe and be compassionate towards yourself, maybe you can stroke your own head as well, to give you some compassion, understanding, and gentleness. So now back to something you can meditate upon. A question or make a journal entry is: how can you treat yourself with gentle compassion and softness? How can you trust the timing of your healing? So let's put the card here and get to the other decks. So let's go with the next, the Work Your Light Oracle. Please, spirit guides, what messages do you have for pile number one's self-care, or any soothing messages for pile number one if they are going through a hard time, or anything that can encourage pile number one? Please, spirit guides, what messages about self-care can you give for pile number one? Any soothing messages, any messages that can encourage pile number one when they are going through some difficulties. Thanks a lot. At the back of the deck we have Trust and Niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So the niggling feeling is this constant feeling that you get that you need to do something, but it's not like in an anxious way that you're feeling anxious about it. It's more like a quiet whisper constantly reminding you of something. You can even imagine it as someone softly knocking at your door and trying to get your attention to do something or to tell you something. So there may be a niggling feeling in you that is trying to tell you something for you to take either action upon, or just a message that wants to come through. like a soft knock, a soft whisper, always constantly reminding you of something. That's how I'm trying to describe the niggling feeling. That's also something that happens to me. It's constantly a thought that comes up again and again. It doesn't give me anxiety. For example, I feel anxiety in my stomach. When I'm anxious, I feel like my stomach is either nauseous or not feeling well, and that there's this restless feeling in my stomach. But the niggling feeling is more of a soft whisper, constantly trying to remind me of doing something, without the anxious feeling behind it. Sometimes more of an exciting feeling, a good feeling. But it may differ from person to person. Just wanting to make sure that I'm getting the words correctly across, because Mercury retrograde can mess up things. So you've got the Pleiades, Our Mission, Channeling and Uplifting Humanity. You've got Birthing a New Age, Birthing New Creation, Dreaming a New World into Being. We have Imrama, Where Are You Being Called to Journey To? And last but not least, we have Break the Chain, Ancestral Patterns, Healing, Rewriting the Future. So I think your spirit guides are really trying to reassure you that you are healing, that you are breaking from the chains, because we got the healing with the back of the deck from the Rose Oracle, and we got healing here again and again, the breaking the chains that we also had in the guidebook message. So your ancestral patterns, you are breaking patterns that came from your ancestors from back, way back, and you are healing it slowly, and you are able to rewrite your future and make it better, because you have taken this upon yourself to heal from those patterns, to break free from those chains. You are making it possible for the future generation that comes after you, that they don't have to go through this agony and feeling that you may have went through, because you've done the healing, so that they can focus on something else, as well as you healing yourself. May even help someone else heal, because you may not come from a place where you are wounded, and sometimes we harm others because of our own wounds, and by you healing your own wounds, you also break the chain of having to hurt someone else and inflicting a wound on them. So I personally want to congratulate yourself for doing this tough job of healing. It is not easy. I'm going through it too. I went through it too. And we always will continue to heal and grow and evolve and transform. So you are doing a great job, pile number one. So now with the Pleiades that are coming up, the Pleiades are a civilization from the Pleiadian constellation, or the 7 star sisters. They are here to help humanity with the healing, with gaining new knowledge and wisdom and technology to raise the vibration of Earth, And here is double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. This means that you chose to be here on earth in this incarnation because you've taken on this double mission. You are here to evolve, grow and transform yourself on a soul level and raise your own vibration, your own frequency. And as well, by doing that, you are helping humanity and earth raise in vibration too, because the goal is to bring earth into the 5D, and we are currently between the 3D and 4D, more on the 3D. Some people already reach the 5D and can navigate through the higher frequencies, and others not and need a little bit more help. And for that, the energy in general needs to lighten up a bit more. And by everyone here watching, lighting up your own wave and raising your own frequency, you make it easier for others to follow, because they don't have to go through the thick of it as well. They may find it easier. They may get even advice from you how to do the healing process, as how, like, I can, if something comes up in a reading and I know, I went through the same thing, I share my experiences and how I overcome it, in hopes that it can help someone out there as well. So you are doing a great job already, and you are helping humanity just by you being you and helping yourself with healing yourself. You don't even have to do anything big. Just by you being there for yourself, you are already doing something for Earth. So birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. There may be creations that want to be expressed by from you, an idea, a thought of bringing something into the physical world. This can be in the form of writing a book, painting and expressing your emotions by drawing something, making music, making that one song. It can be even crafting something with your hands, like making something out of wood. There are so many ways to create something here on Earth, and there is something that wants to be created through you, as well as dreaming a new world into being. We all are able to manifest things into a reality, and so we can also, as a group, manifest a new world into being. How do you wish the world would be? A peaceful world, a world where we are connected to each other, where there are not judgment, no wars, harmony between ourselves and another culture, harmony between ourselves and nature, harmony between ourselves and animals. How do you wish the world into being? What do you want the world to change? In which way, so that it can be a better world? And by you embodying this, by you saying, hey, I'm going to be a better person and make this world into being, by you maybe not judging someone, by you being compassionate to someone else, by you being in a harmonious relationship with animals and nature, and doing your best to protect nature, whatever there is. You are bringing already this new world into reality by you embodying it. So if you want to see the world be in peace, then be peaceful and don't get into conflict or argument. Sometimes it's hard. We are humans. We feel anger and annoyance. That is part of being here on earth. But just by you not letting your anger, frustration onto others, and leash it out on others, you are already doing something. You can express your emotions by writing it, by painting it, just getting it out without having to hurt someone. So Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? This card is like there is a feeling or a thought that came to you of a place. It may be in your country, it may be another city in your country, it may be a city in another country. You are being called to journey there, to make a trip there. It can be either because you have a code, an activation code to help activate something at the crystalline grid there, or you may have an encounter there and meet someone that may help you in a way. Maybe you will meet one of your soul family, a tribe, soul tribe of yours there. There is something that is going to happen by you going on this journey to this place. If it is an activation in yourself, for you to get this, oh, I could do this, and get excited from it, there is a place that you can journey to. And even if it's someplace in your own hometown, like if there are woods, going into nature for you to spend some loving time with nature. Because if you know, somehow sometimes it feels like nature is there hugging you and telling you everything's alright. Maybe sometimes you hear the whisper from nature with the solution to a problem that we have. So there is a place that you are being called to go to. Maybe go there if it's possible for you to visit this place. So let's get some messages from the Romance Angel Oracle. So please, spirit guides, what self-care messages are there for pile number 1? What soothing messages are there for pile number 1? Is there anything that could even encourage pile number 1? What messages for self-care are there for pile number 1? We have one card only. At the back of the deck we have chemistry. You are attracting romantic feelings by enjoying the present moment. So by you enjoying the current moment, the present moment, the here and now, you are going to be attracting more love into your life, because you are not constantly thinking about, if I had this in the future, I would feel better. If this in the past didn't happen, I wouldn't feel like this. By you being present in the here and now and enjoying this current moment, and there is at least something that in your life that you can find joy in. If it is your favorite series, maybe chocolate, maybe taking a walk in nature, or being able to watch this video, or being grateful for the people that are supporting you, maybe being grateful and loving to your own spirit guides, your angels, the universe, for supporting you on this journey. There is or being grateful for you to be able to eat, to sleep, to have a roof on top of your head. There is still something small that we can enjoy, even if we are currently going through the thick of it. So try to enjoy this current moment, with even if it's something small. This will help you attract more love into your life, more self-love, more love from others as well, if this is something that you are wanting to manifest. Let me get a little sip of water. Then the card that came out is pay attention to the red flags. There are signs that are trying to get your attention. So there are some signs that will be popping out for you. Pile number one, that will be, hey, look, pay attention to this. Pay attention to what people are saying as well. Listen closely. Trust your intuition. And if you want, you can even make a sign up with your spirit guides, your angels, whatever you work with, your ancestors, to show, hey, show me this sign as a warning signal. Like, for example, show me a stop sign if you are trying to warn me about something. Show me the number sequence so and so for if you want to warn me about something. And trust that if there is going to be a sign that is and trust that your spirit guides, angels, ancestors, whatever you work with, will show you that sign when they are trying to warn you. So pay attention to it, to any feelings that may come up, to any intuitive thought that may come up, and listen closely to those around you. Maybe they are even blurting out something that can be already, oh, they said something I didn't like, I should pay attention to it. So just know that there is a warning sign out there. So I don't think it's going to be anything big and serious, but paying attention and being safe is really good. No? So let's get some messages from this oracle deck. Please, spirit guides, what else? You've got, again, healing. Pile number one, you are for sure, you are healing. Give yourself some self-love, give yourself some peace, give yourself some relaxation as well. Maybe you are being called to go to a spa. Give yourself this weekend of wellness. of just treating yourself like a queen, king that you are. Please, Spirit Guides, what other messages do you have for the self-care for pile number 1? Anything that can be soothing? Okay. Okay, at the back of the deck, we have something for you to reflect upon. So, what 3 things make you happy? Reflect upon this. What 3 things make you happy, or you feel really excited when you talk about it to your friend or another person, you speak with excitement in your voice, that you talk and you cannot stop. So we have adventure, discovery, travel, world. Yeah, with Imrama, there you are called to travel maybe around the world, to another part of the world, and discover something through this adventure. Maybe even this adventure and this journey to this place can be a time for relaxation. Maybe you are going to journey to the beach to get some sunlight, some vitamin D, to hear the soothing sounds of the ocean waves. Something with traveling is maybe even good for you, pile number 1. We have friendship, confidence, soulmate. Yeah, maybe through this journey you are going to meet a friend, a soulmate. Maybe you are even going to meet to get a better understanding about yourself, about the inner world of yourself, gain more confidence, be a better friend to yourself. There is gaining more confidence even. Then we have an affirmation. I will let the negative emotions happen and then allow them to wash away. Feel those negative emotions, release them by you not ignoring those feelings, acknowledging them and feeling them. You're already also releasing them, and they don't stay stuck on your body. So let those negative emotions happen and then allow them to go away. After you have acknowledged them, you may feel even like they went away because you gave space for it to come out. Then we have something to reflect upon. Who are the most important people in my life? This can even be a friendship. We got friendship here, so maybe one of the most important people in your life is a friend that you have. It could be. Don't forget that you are also the most important person in your own life. You are your own best friend. You are your own companion. You are going to be there with yourself for the rest of your life even. So, and also by saying that you are the most important people in your own life, you are also doing something for your self-love. So last, we have an action that you can take upon. Keep a journal of your thoughts and feelings. This can help you reduce stress and anxiety, a safe space to clarify your thoughts and emotion. So writing down what you feel, what you were thinking about a certain situation, what a certain situation made you feel, and writing it all down and down and down and down. Somehow when you are starting to write down, you may even get answers to where this came from and how you can make it better. And it's also a part of reflecting back on it and maybe finding a way to turn this around and make a difference in another day. So last, I would like to shuffle some lyrics and some songs that have encouraging message that can help you get a little bit more encouragement, more confidence, more love, anything that can make you feel a little bit better. So let me shuffle this. One last time. So please, spirit guides, what encouraging messages do you have for pie number 1? What soothing messages do you have for pie number 1? Anything that could make feel pie number 1 better? Any encouraging messages? Any messages that can help make pie number 1 feel better? Is this everything? Yeah, okay. At the back of the deck we have Outro Wings by BDS. I made a decision. I will have unconditional trust. It's time to be brave. I'm not afraid because I believe I'm different from what I was. I won't cry on my path. I won't hang my head low. There is the sky and I will be flying there. Fly. So trust in your decisions. Be brave because you are not who you were in the past. Don't let your head hang low. Look in front of you, look up, and everything's going to be alright. So then we have Good Day by BDS. As you share happiness, it multiplies, but if you share sadness, also it multiplies too. So always love and rest on my shoulder. So basically, if you always pay attention to the things that don't work out, that you think are bad and annoy you, in a way you are also manifesting this more into your life. So if you can switch a little bit on thinking more of what went well, even if nothing went well and only bad things happen, maybe there was something that you have a neutral stance on. Just then focus on this, the neutrality, the thing that was not bad and also not good, so that you come from the thinking of only about the bad things that happened into thinking about only the things that went neutral, so that you have this neutral way of thinking and perceiving, and so that you can also afterwards from this neutral stand start looking at the things that went well, that went good, that made you happy, that made you laugh. And also looks like there is also a message that there is someone out there where you can rest your shoulders on. And if it's not a physical person, it can be even a message from your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, Didi, that you can rest your head on their shoulder and they will be there to support you. Then we have Outro Wings again by BTS. My back hurting is for my wings to come out. I believe in you. Even if things are bleak right now, the end will be great. Fly, fly up in the sky. Fly, fly, get 'em up high. It's the path you choose, dude. Don't be scared. It's just the first flight. Yeah, even if things are currently not looking bright, the end is going to be much better. There is always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel, and you chose to walk this path. You're so decided to learn those lessons, to go through these hardships, because only through overcoming those hardships is when you can grow as a person and as a soul, and be a better version of yourself than you were in the past. And just know that this is just the first flight. Not everything works out at the first try, because if you look back, humans wanted to make something to fly, but it didn't work at the first time. They tried and tried. They tried and failed. People lost even their lives for it, to make something that could help humans fly. But they never gave up. They constantly worked on it. When they saw something fail, they tried something different. And now look at us now in the 21st century. We can now take a plane and go wherever we want without having to fear that it's going to crash down. It's just because humanity didn't give up after the first try. So you should also not give up after the first try. Just keep going. There is also something, a quote that I have on my vision board. It says, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." This is a quote by Winston Churchill even. Winston Churchill said this. So then we have Dynamite by BTS, because I'm in the stars tonight, so watch me bring the fire and set the night alight, shining through the city with a little funk and soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Yep, light you up, shine your light, be the star. Do something that lights you up. By doing something that lights you up, you are going to shine, and this is going to affect even your frequency and your vibration. You are going to admit this certain something, like you should probably know how when you look at someone and you feel like, wow, they are really glowing, they are somehow shining, even though they are not doing anything. It's probably because they are doing something they love and makes them light up. And you have this too. You are also a star that can light up the night. You can also shine your light. Then we have Two Fox by Adam Lombard. I only trust my tarot cards. Pink flamingos in my yard. People think that I'm from Mars. Whatever. This is a song where Adam Lombard talks about that, how he is, how strange he is, and how people think, wow, what's with this person? They have pink flamingos in their yard, and they trust tarot cards because, truth be told, you trust in tarot cards and oracle cards. That's why you are here. But there are people out there, they think that this is woohoo and crazy stuff. And people, even for me, people thought that I was strange and different. I was now a little bit on a heavier topic, but I was bullied, I was isolated, I was not accepted by my peers. So I can understand the line that people think that I'm from Mars, because I don't also identify as a soul from Earth. I identify myself as a starseed, that my soul incarnated in places somewhere else here on this universe. And so we tend to not fit in with humans because we are different, because we see things from a different perspective, and humans are not used to it, so they think that we are strange. But it is for us to just, hey, look, whatever you think, it's not something that I have to think about. It's not going to hurt you, because you don't hear the thoughts of others. And if you hear thoughts from others, then I'm sorry. But most of the time we don't hear what they're thinking about us, and it's not going to harm us. So whatever, just do what you want to do. There are going to be others that are strange like you, weird like me, and that are going to think, wow, this person is brilliant. I think the same way they do. We have the same things. So your soul family is as strange as you as well. And they will accept you for who you truly are. Even if you have your quirks, they are going to accept it. And the rest, well, let them be. They will not understand your greatness. And last but not least, we have tried everything from Zootopia. Look how far you've come. You fill your heart with love. Baby, you've done enough. Take a deep breath. Yeah, please look at how far you have come already. Look back. How were you 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Now look where you are right now. You weren't where you were 3 years ago. You have accomplished so much. You have done so much. You can take a breather. You can take your time to relax. You can take time to rest. So pile number 1, this is everything that I have for you. I hope that this helped you. I'm here rooting for you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you for sticking with me till the end, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 2, you chose the Labradorite, the Work Your Light Oracle, the tune that you heard, the timestamp, and this is going to be your reading about your self-care, some soothing messages, some words of encouragement, anything that would be helpful if you are going through some things and just need a little bit more reassurance, something nice. That's the how do I say it? My intention for today's reading. So, going to start with your Work Your Light Oracle because it's the deck you chose, and then we are going to get the others. So please, spirit guides, what can you tell us about pile number 2, self-care? Anything to help pile number 2 in their self-care? Any soothing messages? Any words of encouragement for pile number 2? Is there anything that you want to tell pile number 2 about their self-care? Any encouraging messages, any soothing messages for when they are going through something hard? Are there any messages for pile number 2 about their self-care? Any soothing messages, any words of encouragement to help pile number 2 Any self-care messages for pile number 2? Anything to encourage them? Any soothing messages? Good, that's it. At the back of the deck we have answered the call. What is your soul calling you to do? There is probably something, a whisper that has been trying to tell you something, to do something. Our soul is not a loud voice. It's a whisper, a soothing voice, a voice that comes from love. It's not anxiety. Anxiety and mental chatter are really loud, and sometimes they are so loud that we cannot hear the soothing voice of our soul. For us to help hear our soul's voice better, people practice meditation, because it's a practice where you calm down your mind, just let thoughts pass through like cars. You acknowledge them, but you let it pass and let it go. And in those moments, it's when it's easier for us to hear our soul saying something. And there is something your soul has been trying to tell you, for you to do something. So have you answered the call yet? And don't worry, you are never late to do something that has your soul has called you to do. Sometimes we hear the calling, but we don't act upon it right now, because we don't feel like we are worthy, or we don't feel prepared yet, and time may pass by and we may at a later time again hear the same calling, and then you may feel more ready and more confident, and then you can start it. But because you are never too late to answer the calling of your soul, people listen to it at different times and take action upon on different times. Others from a young age already knew what they wanted to do and constantly worked on it, towards it. Others came here on earth to maybe do something first that has nothing to do with their soul calling, because it was preparing them for the moment that they said, okay, from this moment on, when I have learned this lesson, I can then listen to the callings of my soul and do those things. So it varies. We don't listen always at the same time of what our soul is calling. So you are not late if you are worrying about, oh no, my soul has been calling, I've missed it, and getting to this anxiety. No, you are right there at the right place at the right time. You're never too late. Time is not running up. So we have Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. And don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So I did this for pile 2. Hi. I did this for pile 1 too, where I've read the cards that they got from their own deck. So I think I'm going to do this for you too. Pile number 3 will not have the choice of me reading the guidebook, because the guidebook is in German and I don't want to let pile number 3 get bored. So let's see, Akasha. Akasha 112. Akasha. Akasha exists in the fifth dimension and the library of souls. All soul contracts, history, gifts, lesson, and more exist here. We each have access to this information of the past, present, and future, and can tap into it at any time. While we have free will, there are also points on the timeline of our lives that are predestined or pre-planned, soul contracts or agreements that were made before incarnating. It could be a company you choose to work for, a relationship you planned to have, or a person you agreed to mentor or help. Whatever it is, know that it is divinely guided and will not bypass you. If you are waiting for a sign to proceed, this card is it. You are likely living out an important part of your soul's journey, and you are exactly where you need to be. This is very exciting indeed. It is time to call in the support of your helpers, both in the physical realm and the spirit world, to trust the signs coming, to take note of your dreams, to notice any feelings or visions that you receive, for you are tapping into the wisdom of the Akasha and you are being given the go ahead to proceed. A affirmation or an intention to help you tap into the energy of Akasha is, I open myself up to receive the wisdom of the Akasha. I'm ready to download any information from my soul records that is in my highest good and the highest good of all right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you want to pause it to say it out loud for yourself. Then we have Don't Dim to Fit In. 42. Don't dim your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding and you are part of the universe, so expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, notice and slowly back away. They are not for you and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyway. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. If others don't want to be around you or you make them uncomfortable, it's because you are shining light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. By choosing to shine bright, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too, or not. Keep your light on. Anyway, our relations are essential, an energetic agreement. The moment one person decides to start rising up and allowing their light to shine, it changes the energetic agreement and can create some waves. That's completely normal. The relationships that are meant to last will adapt to the change in energy. Others won't because they were sorry. Others won't because they were likely born under the proviso of my voice is cracking. So, others won't because they were likely born under the proviso of I love you as long as you don't shine brighter than me. That's okay. Not all people are meant to be in your life forever, but the lessons they teach us can still live on. And a song that I heard while I was reading the passage of Don't Dim to Fit In was Shine like a diamond, from Rihanna, Diamond. So shine bright, Tonight, you and I, we are like diamonds in the sky. Eye to eye, so alive. Okay, so that's it from my little singing contest. So let's get the next oracle decks ready. Now with the Romance Angel Oracle. So please, Spirit Guides, what message are there for pile numbers 2's self-care? Anything soothing, anything that could encourage them. What messages are there for pile number 2 for their self-care, to encourage them, to soothe them? Well, this flipped over and flipped back again. I'm just going to take this as well. So at the back of the deck we have new love. A new person has awakened your romantic feelings. So maybe something that can soothe you is knowing that there is a person that is going to awaken those loving feelings within you. So we've got worth waiting. Divine timing is taking part on your love life. Yeah, it's the same message again coming up about you are at the right time, at the right place. Everything's going according to the timing, so don't worry. We have the same card that came out in pile number 1. Pay attention to the red flags. There are signs that are warning you. You can even ask, if you work with spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and so on, you can ask them to show you a specific sign if they want to warn you about something. Like ask them to show you a stop sign or a certain number sequence, and trust that when there is something that they want to warn you, they will show you those signs. And also pay attention to what people are saying. Sometimes it slips out. So if you pay attention and listen closely to what they say, you can see the warning signals, those red flags as well. Then past life relationship. You have known this person before. So there may be a relationship in your life that you felt like, this person, I feel like I've known them from somewhere else. Even if you met them for the first time, you get this feeling. So I have this feeling of knowing this person already. Or maybe you have a feeling of knowing that this person is going to be important in your life. Then we have playfulness. If you want to get the romantic feelings back, allow your young spirit to shine of joy. So maybe if you have a relationship already and it became like dull and everything's like routine, try to get back into this playfulness, into this young energy of playing with them, teasing each other, doing something new. You know, maybe better than me how to be playful, how to let this young spirit of yourselves shine again. Then we have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualization are helping to bring you together. So if you have been calling your soulmate in, this may be a sign for you that it's working. There is just a little bit not of waiting to do because the divine timing is not right yet, but know that it is happening. So then let's get the message from the Rose Oracle as well. I'm still hearing shine bright like a diamond. So, please, spirit guides, what messages are there for pile number 2 about their self-care? Anything that can soothe them or encourage them? Please, spirit guides, are there any messages for pile number 2 about their self-care? Anything that can do, anything to soothe them, anything to encourage them, anything to make pile number 2 feel better? Is this the only card? Okay. At the back of the deck we have Brothers of the Rose. Sacred Masculine, honor, protection, support. And you've got the Great Mother. Surrender to the mystery, fall into her arms. I'm going to read those 2 cards just because I don't know the meanings of them as good as I know it from the Work Your Light Oracle. And I have not seen those cards pop out often, so I have lost myself here. The Great Mother. The Great Mother ushered you in when you took your first breath, and she'll be there when you draw your last. She knows how challenging life on Earth can be, that at times being human can be painful, lonely, and confusing, that the polarity and separation can be difficult when your soul remembers the oneness of Source, Spirit, the Universe, God, whatever you believe in. But at the same time, it can be incredible, glorious, and sweet. We often see things as either good or bad. When things go well, we make it mean that everything's okay, and when things don't work out, then perhaps we've done something wrong or have something to fix. We've forgotten that life on Earth isn't like that. Polarity is at the core of the Earth experience, and it's through the polar extremes that we grow the most. We are not meant to avoid the night, the shadow, and the winter. This life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. Hand over your worries, hurt, sorrow, fears, and doubts to the Great Mother. Lay them on her altar. Return to the soreness of the soil. Fall fully into her arms. Surrender to the mystery woven through it all. Remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. That unrestrained joy is closer to grief than we think, and perhaps the more widely the pendulum of your life swings, the more you can say, I have truly lived. An affirmation that you could say is, I'm ready to embrace the extremes of my life. I lay all that I am carrying onto the altar and fall into the Great Mother's arms. If you want to say it out loud for yourself. Then we have Brothers of the Rose. This card of the Sacred Masculine, like the feminine, the sacred masculine exists within each one of us, and together we're all being called to balance both energies within us, the sun and the moon, solar and lunar. Perhaps this is what it means to birth a new world. The sacred mature masculine is something so needed in our world. It's the part of us that lives in deep honor and reverence of the feminine. It recognizes the goddess within all of life, including the earth, and is committed to protecting and living in devotion to the feminine. The sacred masculine knows that striving and overpowering, enduring and conquering are not helpful. The sacred masculine is strong and tender, protective but not defensive. This card could be a sign that you're being called to work on the sacred masculine energy within you that's maturing and rising. It could be that you're being called to work on ancestral healing of the paternal line. It could be an indication that you're being called to invoke or acknowledge the sacred masculine in those around you. Or it could represent the sacred masculine appearing in your life. The sacred masculine exists within all of us. They are encircling you so that you can do your sacred work, so that you can be part of the return of the goddess on this earth. The rose is their emblem, and they wear it proudly on their hearts. Something you can meditate upon or make a journal entry is: how are you being called to work with the sacred masculine? So let me get a sip of water and go to the next cards. Please, Spirit guides, what else can help pile number 2 for their self-care? What else can pile number 2 for their self-care? Anything else that can help soothe them? Anything else to encourage them? Anything else that can help pile number 2? Soothing. Okay, that's it. At the back of the deck we have an action to take. Make sure you get enough sleep. Sleep is so important to function well and feel your best. Have you been lacking some sleep? Pile number 2. Do something good for yourself and get more sleep. So then also an action that you can take upon is making a list of things you are grateful for will help you become more aware of the things you treasure and appreciate in your life. Something for you to reflect upon is: how can I surround myself with people who encourage me? Then something to reflect more is: what do you love about life? More reflection: what are you grateful for today? And then we have third quarter, release and let go. So it looks like there is also something that you need to release and let go of. It probably doesn't serve you anymore. So release it and let go of it. And reflect upon those questions. Could be helpful for you as well in this time, and taking this action probably as well. There's not much to say about this, so I will go and get you some encouraging messages from this lyrics oracle, some songs that may help, some words of encouragement, whatever you need. So please, Spirit guides, what could be helpful for pile number 2? You've got a lot. So, you've got a lot. Let's make this pretty again. Can you see them even? Let me stand up. Just to make sure you can see the cards. Okay. So at the back of the deck we have Follow the Rain by 77 Bombay Street. I've made choices, can't deny it, but have I meant what I said? I don't know. I think it's time now to make some changes. Time to get out of my bed. Well, something that is the spirit guides are trying to encourage you is that, yeah, you have made choices. You cannot deny them, but there may have been some things that you have said but not take action upon. Maybe you don't know what it is, but they are encouraging you that it's time now for you to make some changes and get out of the bed and take action on those choices that you have made. Then we have, I'm just making sure that, okay. Then we have Microcosmos by BTS. Smile, dream, smile, or let us light up the night. We shine in our own ways. Yeah, you shine your light in your way. I shine my light in my way. So let us shine bright like a diamond. Let us shine bright like diamonds in the sky by number 2. Then we also have So What by BTS. 90% of your worries are imaginary swamp that you created. Just go instead of worrying. Don't get scared. Cheer up. Shout it out. So what? Yeah. Well, there was something about worrying in the Great Mother card that was, let your worries, sorrow, get away, release and let go of them. Tell your spirit guides about your worries. Maybe write down what you're worrying about, so that the swap is now on a physical paper, and then burn it out. Take the paper where you have written your worries and burn it in a safe way, or rip it apart and just know it's gone. It's not part of you anymore, and thank them for having been there to trying to protect you. So then we have Own the World by 77 Bombay Street. You can own the world. Please don't hide your face. Why we trade or place? You can own the world. Yeah, don't hide yourself. You can own the world. You can create the world that you want. You have the power within you for doing this. Then we have Dynamite by BTS. Because I'm in the stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire and set the night alight. Shining through the city with a little funk and soul. So I'ma light it up like dynamite. Yeah, shine your light by number 2. Don't dim your light. You are a beautiful star in this vast universe. And we are all here to shine our light in our own ways. Then we have On by BTS. No fear. Now that I know the way, breathe on the small things. My air and my light in the dark. The power of the things that make No fear. Now that I know the way, breathe on the small things. My air and my light in the dark. The power of the things that make me me. Even if I fall, I come right up, scream. Yeah, whatever happened to you, it made you who you are. You have the power, you have the light. And know that even if you fall, you can stand up again and move forward. Then we have So What by BTS. Somebody call me right one, somebody call me wrong. I'm not gonna care about it. Why don't you not do so as well? So what? Let go. So we can say and do things how we want. There's always someone that is going to criticize us and say something about it. There's always someone is going to say, and then you make it different, and they still criticize you, and someone else is going to criticize you. You cannot make everyone happy, and it's not your job to make everyone happy. Your job here is to make yourself happy. You have to make you happy, and not the other person, not your parents, not your grandparents. You are not here to make them happy. You are here to make yourself happy. They have to make themselves happy. It's not your job, nor your responsibility. Then we have Dream Glow by BTS, feat. Charles XCX, I don't know how to pronounce this. My dream is to stay, AA. I won't give up, AA. Dream Glow, yeah. If your dream is to stay there, then stay. Don't give up on your dream. Your dream makes you glow as well. Let your dream glow. And then we have Lights by BTS, but it's okay sometimes to show weakness. It's okay to be you. Don't lie to yourself anymore. I'm going to let this be a message on its own. Then we have Try Everything by Zootopia. Birds don't just fly. They fall down and get up. Nobody learns without getting it wrong. Yeah. I quoted this for pile number 1, and I feel like you need this quote too. This is a quote that I have on my vision board. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. Don't know. It is the courage to continue that counts. Winston Churchill. So the same goes for you, pile number 2. You won't get it in the first time, at the first run. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you fall down, but you need the courage to stand up again and try again. Sometimes I've made a post today in my community, and there was a card that came out, and I'm being reminded of it. That life lessons here on earth is not always about getting it right, the life lessons. Sometimes the life lessons are also about getting it wrong, because only through that is where we learn and grow and evolve and transform ourselves. Then we have Club of Optimistic People by 77 Bombay Street. Every step you take will surely bring closer. Forget the small mistakes. We are on a roller coaster, and when you're down, you'll rise with sunshine in your eyes. Yeah, sometimes we get down, sometimes we rise. That is part of life. We are not meant to be always on top. We are also not meant to be always at the bottom. We are on a roller coaster. We go up and down, and know that when you were down, you are going to get up again with sunshine in your eyes. It's like also after the rain, the sun is going to shine again. And then we have Try Everything by Zootopia again. Look how far you've come. You fill your heart with love. Baby, you've done enough. Take a deep breath. Yeah, look back at where you were 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and where you are now. You have accomplished so much, pile number 2. You are not where you were before. You have done so much, you have done enough. It is okay to take a breather, to take some rest, and to be proud of your accomplishments as well. Then we have, again, Try Everything. Don't beat yourself up. No need to run so fast. Sometimes we come last, but we did our best. Yeah, don't beat yourself up when something doesn't go your way. Sometimes it has to happen. You don't have to run fast. You don't have to work fast all the time. It's okay to just be the last. At least you have done your best. And it's more, you regret more the things about, I could have, if I have put more effort in it. But you have done enough effort. You have tried everything, and it's okay when it's not working out. Maybe it's meant to not work out because it's a redirection to something that is better for you. There's always this way of thinking as well. We have again Club of Optimistic People by 77 Bombay Street. You gotta join the Club of Optimistic People and you'll find many reasons and stop. And take your time to see the bright side of the life. Come join our Club of Optimistic People. Look up and you'll find many reasons, you know, that after heavy rain, the sun will shine again. Then we have Idol by BTS. They point fingers at me, but I don't care at all. Whatever the reason for your criticism is, I know what I am. I know what I want. I'm never gonna change. I'm never gonna trade, yeah. Whatever the criticism from them is, you know who you are. You know what you want. Don't change yourself for others. Change yourself for yourself. We have Headphones by Brittany Cole. Hey, you might not see it with your eyes, but keep your head up to the sky. The sun is coming through. Then we also have, last but not least, Empire by 77 Bombay Street. Follow what you love, you gotta hold tighter. If you really want it, learn to be a good fighter. Then some omitted parts. The history of you, it made you strong, buried, but you know you had it all along. So pile number 2, this is everything that I have for you. I hope that this helped you. I'm here rooting for you. I'm wishing you all the best. Thank you for sticking with me till the end, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi, pile number 3, you chose the number 3, the Malachite, the Romance Angel Oracle, the tune that you heard, the timestamp, and this is going to be your reading. Before I start shuffling the cards, I want to say that while I was meditating and tapping into your energy before starting this video, I was constantly drawn to my hands and the energy from it. So maybe you are currently healing something, or you are a healer and you practice energy healing, Reiki, or any other form of using energy as a healing method. So I just wanted to point that out. If this is you, then I've probably started to feel your energy here. So let's give this a good shuffle. So please, Spirit Guide, what does pile number 3 need to know about their self-care? Is there any soothing messages for them? Anything encouraging for them? Please, Spirit Guides, what does pile number 3 need to know about their self-care? About anything that could be soothing for them? Anything that could help? Okay, that's it. This felt first this, going to make it like this, to see at the back of the deck we have getting to know each other. If you show your innermost self to this other person, you are going to deepen your connection. So if you are currently getting to know someone, if you show them your true self, your true feelings, your authentic self, it makes them as well feel safe enough to show you who they truly are and what they truly feel and their authentic self, and this can deepen your connection. If this is a friend, family member, a romantic partner, it could even be your teacher, whatever this connection is, there is a connection that if you show them your true self, you are going to deepen this connection. Then we have religious factors. Your love life is being has how do you translate this? Your religious upbringing and spiritual path is has something to do with your love life. So it could be that you both that you and this other person have a different religion, your beliefs are different, or that because of your beliefs you are going to meet this other person because of certain spiritual practices, or if you go to church, to a temple, whatever, it has meaning in your life. It affects your love life. Could also be your platonic relationships, doesn't have to be love life all the time. Yeah. Then we have separation. It's saying that there is going to be a separation with your partner in the near future, but it says here that it's only for a certain time. It's not a forever separation. It could be that one of you is going on a holiday, a vacation, and you won't be seeing each other much, or someone is moving to a different place, and so you are separated physically but not emotionally or spiritually. It could also mean that there is a separation that needs to be done for your highest good and for their highest good as well. And if it's meant, then you two will find each other again. It reminds me of the song Dos Oruguitas from Encanto, the two caterpillars, that the two caterpillars, they need to grow and evolve, but they need to do this in separate from each other, so that they can both find their own future. Love yourself first. Your self-worth makes you attractive for love. So you have to love yourself first. You need to know that you are the most precious person in this whole world and that you deserve the best. And while exuding this energy of knowing that you deserve the best, you don't lower your standards for just anyone, and you can attract that one healthy relationship, if it is romantic or platonic, because you are not going to let them walk all over you. You will have clear boundaries, and if you have someone that is going to respect your boundaries, then you will have a healthy relationship. But if they try to always overstep your boundaries, even if you have set them, then it's probably not the one that should be in your life, because you deserve someone that respects you, as you probably will also respect them. Then we have deception. Someone in this relationship is hiding their true selves behind a mask. We even had this one here where it says show your true self, so that and by doing that your relationship is going to deepen. Either you or someone in your life is trying to deceive you. It has a mask and they are not showing who they truly are. It doesn't have to be that they are deceiving you because of bad intent. It could also be sometimes that people don't show their true selves because they are afraid to get hurt, because in the past, maybe when they shown their true self, they got laughed at, or people started to avoid them, or people said to them something that deeply hurt their feelings, and so they think you or this other person, they think then that something is wrong within them, and so they put on this mask to not be hurt again and for people not to leave. This can be considered a abandonment issues, and I know what I'm talking about because I've done this as well. I have shown my true self and I got bullied because of that. I was isolated. I went through all kinds of things, being betrayed by the people that I trusted. So someday that I started to put a mask and not show who I truly was, what truly my interests were, and just let them be deceived by someone that was not me, truly, because I was hiding this part of me because I was afraid of being abandoned by them. But now I am working on myself. I'm giving me the self-love and trying to work also on my self-worth, so that I can show people my true self, so that I can know which are my true friends and which aren't. Then forgive and learn. By letting go of the past and healing it, you are going to experience more love in the here and now. So there is something that hurt you in the past and it's still tormenting you, like let's call them lower vibrational entities that try to poltergeist as well. Could say that they are always there, the ghosts of the past, in a way, always there to torment you, but it's like you're giving them the power to torment you. So by you constantly thinking about the past and about what went wrong and what was bad, and always relieving the past, you are not healing from it, not letting go. You are stuck in that past, and so you are not able to receive the love in the here and now, because you are only seeing the past and not the present. And by letting go of the past, releasing it out, and healing from it, you are able to forgive yourself and the people, and you are going to learn the lesson that came with this situation. It's not a forgive and forget, it's a forgive and learn. Never forget the lessons that you've learned from things, even if it was one of the most horrible experiences you had. There is something that you've learned from it. It's just that we sometimes, because of all the hurt, we don't see the thing that was trying to be taught to us. So how you can let go of the past is like writing a letter, saying to the universe that you are ready to let go of this situation and forgive those people, that this has no power anymore, and that you want to heal it, and thank the universe. Then you can either rip the paper, and so be it, and let it out into the universe, and then it is done, and you can just let it be. Or you can, even if you find it more powerful, you can burn the letter. Be safe, because you are handling fire, so you can burn it and then know that it is done, and the universe will help you release this and heal. And you can also search for so many ways to heal from something through a therapist, if it is something that can help you. There are certain meditations on YouTube that can help heal past wounds, forgive yourself and others. And learning comes through reflecting back. So seeing what has this taught you, that now you know how to do differently, how to act differently, maybe react differently. It's like this. Then we have children. Children have an effect on your love life. It could be that you are have children, and you are a parent. It could be the children of your relatives. It could even be children, as in you are a teacher and you teach children. There are so many ways that children can come up in our lives. It could even be our future children. They have an influence in your love life as well. Yeah, that's all that I'm getting from this deck. Let's go to the next ones. By the way, if you want to release something from the past, I would recommend it doing on a full moon. Full moon helps release and let go of things from the past. If you don't resonate with the moon cycles, then you don't have to. It works also on other timings. So please, spirit guides, what does pile number 3 need to know about their self-care? Do you have any soothing messages from them, for them? Anything that they should know that could encourage them or help them? Is this everything? Okay. At the back of the deck we have release the petals, transformation, death and rebirth, shedding, all change. Yeah, you are definitely going through a transformation. You are letting things from the past die and being reborn. You are shedding the things that don't serve you anymore, and things are changing on all levels of your life. Your environment, and it's changing for the better, because I saw one of the cards here, and that card is a really positive card. So you are going through this transformation. You are this caterpillar that is going into the cocoon and then transforms into a beautiful butterfly. Sorry, I bumped into you. So yeah, there is nothing else that I can say more than this. We have rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure. We have the fertile void, inner winter, rest, patient potency, secret beginnings. Yeah, something is ending, something is starting, death and rebirth. Then we have the sun, joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. So I'm going to read those two cards from the guidebook, because first of all, rapture, a card that I haven't seen before, and the fertile void is something that I have a hard time explaining with my own words. So rapture. Flora is the ancient Roman goddess of spring and flowers. In one myth, she was struck by Cupid's arrow and overwhelmed by love, and completely breathless in a moment of rapture. She called for Aries. However, the sound Ros came out of her mouth instead, so Rose became another word for Aries, and it also became the symbol for love, beauty, and passion. Read another version of the story about Flora naming the rose on page 18. Okay. The rose and hidden Celtic goddess worship. The rose had deep roots with the goddess of the pre-Christian Celtic people too, and in many ceremonies and rituals, the Celtic tradition roses were used to represent the heart. However, when Christianity was adopted by the Romans and later spread throughout the empire, began flower festival and rituals were denounced by the church for some time. Roses were even forbidden in graveyards. As Christianity was being established across Europe, one of the church's conversion strategies was to replace the deities that the people of the land had worshipped for hundreds of years with Christian saints. For example, the Celtic goddess Bridget became Saint Bridget, and the goddess Anu became Saint Anne. As people were taught to worship only one male god, and the Father and the Son in the Holy Trinity, the reverence for the feminine and for nature that was so present in ancient goddess worship and indigenous Celtic spiritual traditions was largely lost. However, those who longed to keep alive the connection with the divine feminine found new roots. wait, okay. Here for some... However, those who longed to keep alive their connection with the divine feminine found new roots to her. For some, this desire manifests as a devotion to Mother Mary, with the rose as her symbol, just as it was for earlier Mother Goddess. Mary became the goddess that people could actively worship without fear of persecution. So, what I didn't realize that this was the part that I had to read. I'm sorry, I've read something that may have not been of interest. In one Roman story, Flora, the goddess of spring and flowers, discovered the body of a beautiful nymph in the forest. Stricken, she prayed for it to be transformed into the most beautiful flower ever known. The three Graces and Venus then turned the nymph's body into a rose, and from that day on, the rose became known as the queen of all flowers. Read more about Flora on page 102. In another Roman myth, the goddess Cybele, or Magna Mater, Great Mother, is said to have created the rose because she was jealous of Venus and wanted something more beautiful to attract Adonis. Well, many patriarchal religions have placed a shameful cloak around sensuality, sex, pleasure, ecstasy, rapture, and sexuality. One of the most natural, pleasurable parts of life has become conditional and judged. The rose wants us to hear from this and to remember that pleasure, sensuality, sexual preference, and expression of desire can be some of the most sacred, miraculous things about being a human on earth. This card comes with a message about receiving and giving love and pleasure. Flora wants you to know that your sensuality, your passion, and your sexuality, no matter how you identify, are sacred and holy. She wants you to connect with your central true nature and to celebrate this in all people. Then there is a affirmation that you could use if you want to do this. My sensuality is sacred and holy. Others people's sensuality is sacred and holy. I open myself up to express and receive love in a way that feels safe and good to me. I release painful programming and experiences and turn to love. If you want to say this out loud for yourself, you can. Then we have the fertile void. And the fertile void. This is a very auspicious card. It holds the potent golden seeds of a new beginning and the aftermath of an end. We are called to have patience and enter a state of deep rest, repair, regeneration, and acceptance. To let a part of our lives, or even who we once were, metaphorically die in order to see it sprout, bud, and bloom again. There's often a letting go, a grief, a mourning involved, a death of self or what once was, the ending of things that were once important, relationships, jobs, identities, ways of being. The fertile void asks that we honor endings to begin again. It's a crucial part of growth, and new isn't possible without it. In the card, you can see the golden seed cradled in the dark, fertile womb of the soil. It's easy to mistake this phase of growth as one where nothing much is happening, but beneath the surface, the winter soil, things have never been more active. Winter is a phase of initiation, renewal, and rebirth. When we are going through a period of inner winter, we experience this too. We metaphorically go underground by coming to a standstill and allowing ourselves to recover and rest. We don't realize it, but this is the most important part of our growth, and it takes faith and surrender to do it. Trust the soreness of the soil. The new is being woven without you having to micromanage every move. Trust the soreness of the soil. Be created by the great mystery. This is a very tender, powerful time. Something you can reflect on is how can you surrender into the great mystery. So it's also like how nature has the winter, where the petals fall away. The petals fall away and we think that the trees have died, but no, they are just resting, they are sleeping, and when spring comes again, then you see the buds, and slowly there are flowers, and then the flowers turn to new leaves, and then everything's green again. Like how nature is cyclic with winter, with its winter phase, its spring phase, the same can be said to us humans. We also have our phases where we when we hit winter, and we pause and we rest more and we recuperate, so that we can, when our spring comes back, we can start planting again new seeds and working towards something new, with new energy, with new passion, with this feeling of being alive again. And a lot of us have forgotten that we too have our cycles of winter and spring, because we are also part of nature. We are nature. So it would be strange if we wouldn't trust that. I hope you know what I mean. Then we have the sun. I'm going to read it as well. I started reading it, so now I'm going to finish it. In summer, when the sun's at its highest path in the sky, the rose is at its fullest. Her fragrance is sweet, and the fruit is still to come. In this oracle, the sun represents life force, energy, vitality, confidence, success, positivity, delight, and the sheer joy of life. After it's left the fertile darkness of the soil, the future rose begins reaching towards the light of the sun, which then plays its part in nourishing the rose as it reaches for its potential bloom, and it does this for us too. One of life's greatest blessings is to feel the warmth of the sun on our face, to drink in the gold nectar of what life has for us, and to take a moment to bask in being alive. This is your invitation to release your aliveness, to embrace your joyfulness, to enjoy the simple things in life, to make time to play, to be grateful for your body, to acknowledge the wondrous life force energy that's woven through all of life, to remember that your soul had a dream and your life is it. This is a wondrous card that heralds a time of playfulness, enjoyment, and bliss. The sun can also represent the inner child and be an invitation to have some fun. Have you been all work and no play lately? Is your inner child longing to run free? What can you do to enjoy the simple things in life? When we allow ourselves the space to play, problems that were once unsolvable find solutions. Something you can reflect upon is, how can you enjoy your life more? What can you do just for fun? And yeah, it fits perfectly that after being in this dark phase of winter, in this seed position, dark in this fertile void, you too will grow up slowly and come out of the soil, and then open up to the sun, to the joy. After this phase of winter, there is going to be a phase of happiness again, of joy, of being alive again. I think you just needed a little bit of reassurance that it is coming again. You just have to be a little more patient, a little bit more compassionate towards you. Please, Spirit Guides, what does pile number 3 need to know about their self-care? Any messages to soothe them? Anything to encourage them? Please, Spirit Guides. Is this everything? Okay. I've seen a card that came out in another group. I just forgot which group. If I knew, I would tell you. At the back of the deck we have yes. Just say yes. There is something that you need to say yes. And interesting, when I was holding this, the deck opened at here. And then we have Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? So there's something you should say yes to. I don't know what it is, but you will feel this burning yes in you. Then we have don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? And we also have breaking the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So both of these cards came up in a previous group. I don't know which one. I think both came in different groups. So one came in pile 1 and one came in pile 2. I think this one came in pile 1 and this one in pile 2. So I'm going to read both of those cards to you as well, because I find it that there is just this wisdom that a way of the words that I cannot express correct. Well, but I can express it, but I find that reading it to you could be soothing as well. Like as when we were children, when we couldn't read books, sometimes our parents would read for us. It's not for everyone. For example, I would hear it's not a CD. It's this small thing here that you could put in and then play, and then the story was told to you by a voice actress, and then you had to turn it up again like this so that you could hear it again, or a cassette, I think it's also called in English, I'm not sure. So I'm just here now as a parent reading you a book, the book to soothe and help you relax, as well as encourage you on your journey. So don't dim to fit in. Don't dim your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding and you are part of the universe, so expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, notice and slowly back away, they are not for you and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyway. I'm sorry. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. If others don't want to be around you or you make them uncomfortable, it is because you are shining light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. By choosing to shine bright, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too, or not. Keep your light on anyway. All relationships are essential and energetic agreement. The moment one person decides to start rising up and allowing their light to shine, it changes the energetic agreement and can create some waves. That's completely normal. The relationships that are meant to last will adapt to the change in energy. Others won't, because they were likely born under the proviso of I love you as long as you don't shine brighter than me. That's okay. Not all people are meant to be in your life forever, but the lessons they teach us can still live on. Something for you to reflect on is how are you dimming your light in order to fit in. Then we have break the chains. So healing. And I've said that you may be healing or you are a healer. Looks like you are healing. You could be both. You are a healer and healing, doing healing work. Well, to be honest, we all are healers if we take it upon us to heal wounds from the past, because it's not like someone else does the work for us and heals us from the wound. We and you are doing the work to heal. So you could consider that we all that chose to heal from the past are healers. So now, where is break the chain? Break the chain here. Break the chain. You are being called to heal your family line or free yourself from living in the life of your ancestors. This could mean letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or paternal line, or both. Could also be healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you. We carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. This is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. Often they are not even ours to begin with, but we do not know another way of being, and so we continue playing out the drama. The thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person, but your own healing can cause another person to choose to heal. Energy is freed up. You are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? What part of your future do you want to rewrite? Now is the time to shake them off and dream a new future into being. Work your light action. What old ways of being from your family line are you ready to let go? Seek assistance from your support team, tribe, friends, healer, coach, etc. to begin freeing yourself from it now. I have to say, part number 3, if you've chosen to break free from certain ancestral patterns, you are doing a wonderful job. It is not easy. It's one of the hardest things to let go, but you are doing it anyways, and you are doing great. Be compassionate towards yourself. Healing is a process, and it certainly never ends, but it gets better. And we get better at healing too. In the beginning it's hard because you do it for the first time, but after you've done it more than once, it gets easier. It's still hard, but it somehow gets also easier. So please be kind. What else can you tell us to? What else can you say to pile number 3 about their self-care? Anything for pile number 3 about their self-care? Any soothing messages? Anything that could help pile number 3? Anything else for pile number 3 about their self-care? Any soothing messages? Is this everything? Yeah, good. At the back of the deck we have an affirmation. Every cell in my body is alive and beautiful. So, something for you to reflect on is, who are the most important people in my life? You can either write it down or just reflect upon it, and do not forget that you are important too. You are also an important person in your own life. You are your best friend, and so much more, because you you are going to live with yourself for the rest of your life. So gratitude, thankful, appreciation, kind. Be grateful towards those important people. Be thankful, appreciate, and be kind to everything that went on in life, even if it was something hard. Gratitude is one of the really powerful energies that we can embody. And even if we are just only grateful for the small things, as to having clean water to drink, food to eat, we see that we have a lot more in our own lives, and so we attract more and better things in our lives too. It's also one of the ways to manifest things, by being grateful for the things that we already have. Then we have an affirmation: my positive thoughts guide me to new heights. Then we have full moon, harvest endeavors. Looks like the full moon here in this deck talks about that it's time to harvest the things that were planted, things that were done can now be harvested. It's the end of something as well, because you you sow the seeds, you watch them grow, and then when they are all big and grown, you harvest it, and they go away as well. It's the end of the cycle for that plant. Then we have waning givers, introspect. Yeah, there is also a need for you to introspect. After finishing something comes the time of reflecting upon it, how it went, being grateful for your accomplishments, and being grateful for what happened, also being proud of yourself, of the accomplishment that you did. So a reflecting time period is here. Then we have also an affirmation: I will have a good day because it's my choice. You can make the choice to see the day as good or bad. You can see it as, if it's a hard day, you can see it, well, it was a hard day, it was a challenging day that is going to help me grow, and then you don't see it as a bad day anymore. Or you can just surrender to it and say it is a bad day and not change at all. Somehow that sounded a lot harsher than I thought it would be. I'm sorry. Then we have dreamer, visionary, goals, romantic. You may be a dreamer. You may be the person, the visionary person. You have certain goals. You may also be a romantic, and that's totally okay. We need those people. We need those dreamers. We need those visionaries that have a certain goal for humanity to change as well. Because if we didn't have visionaries in the past, we wouldn't have everything that we have now, right? We wouldn't have light that we could use in the darkness, because they had a vision of needing something to make the night brighter. We had those visionary people that wanted to fly, and now we have planes and we can travel all around the world and get to know parts of the world that were in the past no one could before, and appreciate the nature of those parts of the world that we don't have in our close environment, for example. So yeah, and that's it with the visionary. If we hadn't them, we wouldn't be having those things that we have now. And maybe you are a visionary and you are going to bring something into this world that was not here before. Maybe have certain goals. It doesn't have to be goals that are for humanity. It could even only be goals for yourself. I'm the dreamer and the romantic. Romantics are dreamers. Hi, I'm one too. So let's let's get some encouraging messages from the lyrics oracle here. Are just some songs that I found could help encourage and more. So let's see. Please, Spirit guides, what encouraging messages do you have for pile number 3? Well, that is a lot, and I'm hearing that I should not take everything, so I'm just putting everything back and shuffling it better, and those that need to come out will come out again, and those that did need to come out will not come out. So, oops, sorry for bumping into you. So let me shuffle again. So please, Spirit guides, what encouraging messages do you have for pile number 3? Please, Spirit guides, what encouraging messages do you have for pile number 3? Please, Spirit guides, what encouraging messages do you have for pile number 3? Please, Spirit guides. Okay, that was the one that needed to come. So, at the back of the deck we have Follow the Rain by 77 Bombay Street. I've made choices, can't deny it, but have I meant what I said? I don't know. I think it's time now to make some changes, time to get out of my bed. So, if you wanted to do some changes, you are being encouraged to do them, to get out, take action upon and do those changes. Like, I'm reminded of myself. Like, I'm saying, I really need to change that and I need to start doing that. Because I realize I need to change. But then the next day when it's time to face the changes, I run away because I'm scared. So it's like, I've made choices, I can't deny it, but have I meant what I said? So have I really meant what I was thinking? So maybe it is something that happens to you too, pile number 3. Because certainly I'm sure I'm not the only one that does this. So we have So What by BTS. Your worries without no answer, don't fall into them and stay in them. Yeah. If you are worrying about something, don't fall into this swamp and stay in this swamp. It's not going to bring you any answer, and it's also not going to help you. And it reminds me of another part of the song where from BTS, either it's So What or another song where it says that 90% of your worries is just imaginary. I don't know what. I forgot it. Epiphany by BTS. Jin sings it. It's a solo song. I'm the one I should love in this world, shining me, precious soul of mine. I finally realized, so I love me, not so perfect but so beautiful. I'm the one I should love. Yeah, again we have this self-love. You need to know that you are shining, you are precious, even if you are not perfect, because no one is perfect. There is no perfect. This is a concept that is just not possible. Everything has its imperfections, and we are perfectly imperfect. And we are still beautiful. And we have Club of Optimistic People, 77 Bombay Street. Smile, smile, smile. Let's forget about the why and when. Yeah, sometimes we worry about why is this happening to me? Why? And then when is this going to happen? When? And we worry, and it's not bringing our answers. We just need to keep on moving. And the whys and the whens are going to get answered in the future. Like, let's make an example. Like, I'm having this YouTube channel. I do want to reach a lot of people and help as much as I can. So I'm constantly, when am I going to make it big so that I can reach a lot of people? Why didn't happen yet? And so I'm not focusing on the present moment and what I am already doing for those that are already with me. So it's like I need to be a bit more optimistic and know that when my time comes, my time will come. And I will be learning more along the way. Because if I would have a big following now, I wouldn't be able to help a lot of them, because I needed to experience some other things that would help them in that moment. So me now having only this more cozy community means that I'm able to help this part of the community now. And as time goes, I will learn and expand, and then I will be able to help more people because I've learned more. So yeah, and it's part of the worry. If we had tarot cards, you would probably have had the 9 of Swords, worrying, anxiety, and stuff like this. But let's forget about those things for once and just smile and appreciate the current moment. Then we have So Far Away by August D. Soren. August D is a rapper of BDS. This is his alternative name. When he is part of BTS, he is called Sugar. Dream, you will fully bloom after all the hardships. Dream, though your beginnings may be humble, may the end be prosperous. See? My beginning is humble, and I'm going to bloom fully after my hardships as well. And I should continue to dream, and the end is going to be prosperous. The same goes for you. Dream. After the hardships, you will fully bloom. And the end is going to be so much better. You have the sun here. Joy, enjoyment, happiness, success. Then we have Good Day by BTS. As you share happiness, it multiplies. But if you share sadness, also it multiplies too. So always love and rest on my shoulder. Yeah, it's like if you are constantly sad, about things, you embody this sad energy, and so it can attract more sadness into life. So if you embody this happiness, you are attracting more happiness to you as well. And I think it's also a message from your spirit guides that you can rest your head on their shoulders, and they're going to be there and help you through all the hardships and everything else. Or there is a friend that is there to with a shoulder for you to lean on when you need it. Then we have Dope by BTS. Don't ever give up. You know you're not lonely. All dawn is prettier than the day. So can I get a little bit of hope? Yeah. Wake your sleeping Meowth. Go. Yeah. Yeah, you should never give up. You're not lonely. You just think that there are people that are not understanding you, or you think that there is no one that can see you for who you truly are. Is it maybe because you have this mask on and you are not letting people see for who you truly are? And if also you let go of this mask and show who you truly are, the people that are going to accept you for who you truly are will come. People will fall away, of course, that is always going to happen, but it makes room for new to come in. And so get a bit of hope again in you and wake your sleeping out. I think it means that you should start to make some take some action, even if it's just something small as resting. This is, and reflecting, this is also a great activity to do. You are not doing nothing, you are doing something. Then we have Lights by BTS. But it's okay sometimes to show weakness. It's okay to be you. Don't lie to yourself anymore. I'm going to leave that one as a message on its own. I think it says everything that needs to be said. Then we have, last but not least, Empire by 77 Bombay Street. Follow what you love. You gotta hold tighter. If you really want it, learn to be a good fighter. Then something was omitted because it was repeating, and I already had this in an other card. The history of you, it made you strong. Buried, but you know you had it all along. I'm going to leave this one as a message on its own as well. And this is everything that I have for you, pile number 3. I hope that this helped you. I wish you all the best on your journey. I wish you the greatest luck, and I'm here rooting for you. Thank you for sticking with me till the end, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!